All right. Let's get started. Oh, my mic is really loud. That should be better, I think. Yeah, good. Okay, that should be the scene. Good. All right. Last stream, we fixed all the new implementations of magic. Or well, we reworked the magic 2 streams ago, and last stream we fixed it. We made the enemies use the magic system, the magic pool. And we also made the bombs bounce. I had so much trouble with this, and that was because of an error in my collision code. In my general collision code. We played through the games to find some bugs, and we found a lot of them. What, did I remove them all? Didn't I paste them anywhere? I'll have to check my previous stream. But we fixed the one-way platforms. They are a little bit better now. We fixed the coyote jump and the cameras being buggy. So this stream I wanted to look into all the things we found, or most of the things we found. But first I'm going to look into the Unity recorder package. And yeah. Did it not update on stream? There we go. Yeah, the recorder, so I can record small clips from when I do things. I think that would be kind of cool. So let's do that. It should be a package in the Unity registry. I would just get, and hopefully it will work out of the box. Come on now. Alright, we got the recorder in. Samples, I don't think we need samples, but we probably need the documentation. Let's switch to our other view so we can look at this. Recording from the recorder window or in a timeline. Okay. So where is the recorder window? Window general recorder window. Okay. Window general recorder window. Over there. Cool. Is that it? Is that all I have to do? Add recorder, movie, I think is what we're doing. Let's pull that up here so we can see it better, or I can see it better. I think this is good game view, match window size. Now we can do a 1080p. File name, recorder takes. No, I want this to be absolute path. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Streaming, projects, MetroidVania, recordings, movie 1. That is good. Recorder and take that, yeah. exit play mode? Will it exit play mode if I press the... I have to change this though a little bit. We need to change it to 60. Because I don't want to play in 30 FPS. Not recording. All good. Cool. Cool. Let's see how it looks. We find the video and we can look at it. Recordings. Oh, that's yeah, works well. Perfect for recording the game. Cool. Well, that was easy. I'm just gonna remove those two files and well, then we're done with the first task. That was very fast. Unit recorder, got that working. Can now record stuff, and now I want to keep the momentum through transitions. First, let me open up LTK so I can move my spawn point a little bit. I don't want to start over there. I want to start. Maybe I'll start in another room. Let's start in room number 7 instead. I want to keep momentum through the transitions, so I'm going to make this transition a lot bigger. Or the area way bigger. And it looks like we have an object there. Good. Objects, okay. Now with that big, we also need a movable platform. It helps us go fast. Let's also add a pressure plate. Let's actually move all of this down a little bit. Is this how you move them? Yes. Cool. Thus we want to set the waypoints here to be kind of far apart so we can activate this pressure plate. What up, Chris? Let's say to 20. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. So we got this now. Room 7, that is up here. We just need to set the starting room to room number 7. And refresh. Now we got all of this here. And no claps show up. Oh no, not again. One moment. But where's the... There we have it. There we go. Now they show up. Thank you for the clap. I should always test that before I start, but there's so many things I'm doing. I don't have time. Right, so when I press this button now, it should start moving real fast. What I want to do is keep the momentum. No. I only have a single jump. What up, Captain Coder? Happy Wednesday. How are you doing today? Or I know you're doing fine, but how are you doing right now? So if we jump off, we keep the momentum. And I want to keep the momentum through screen transitions as well, like here. Am I? I am, but... Oh. Making some spring roll mix? That sounds delicious. I am actually keeping the speed. Well, of course I am. I'm not letting go of the button. But there is one issue. And that issue is that when we do the transition, we start falling a lot faster. Because the fall speed keeps on falling, and even when we're in the transition. So I want to check, what up, Caspot? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So where do I want to go now? I want to... First I want to check the... Do we have code up here too? I do. Okay. I want to go to my layer transition component. Pretty good. Hope you're doing well too. I am doing wonderful. I'm feeling a bit stressed, but that is normal. I'm trying to do way too many things. But that is normal. We have an event which is the on player transition event. We'll listen to that here, right? Yeah. We'll probably listen to this in setup. Instead, relatable. Yeah. I think a lot of people can relate to it. Okay, so during this, I want to freeze gravity. Let's go to gravity. Enter the gravity component. So currently we have no way of pausing the gravity. So I kind of want to do that. Let's make a bool and just call it pause gravity. And then we do if pause gravity, gravity info pause gravity. We can just return. I think that's it. So in the player transition, I want to grab the gravity info from the player. Well, we are in the player, so we're grabbing the gravity info from the other class. And when we transition to room, what is timer done? Yeah, transition time, okay. Here we do gravity info pause gravity. It's true. And on timer done, false. I hope it's not this easy. It is. All right. we are done with our second task. I can't check the vertical velocity because I have nothing that gives me extra vertical velocity. So, yeah, alright. I'm going to remove it from here and just have the horizontal. Okay, 2 tasks done. I'll put this up and I will be done with all the 5 before we've even been going for an hour. That would be crazy. Not gonna happen though. So our magic enemies are shooting too often. If we spawn in room 7 here and we go to the bottom, we can see that I can show how this works. We have shooting magic enemies down here. So whenever I get in their shooting hitbox, they shoot. So, but if I stand there, they have a delay. Or they only shoot once. Like, turns around, shoot. Sees me, shoots. Now it doesn't. But if they see me and I jump, then they shoot again. So I need to check in on the magic angels to see their components. This is such a complex system. And I'm not sure how I should fix it. Because the system I'm having is using a lot of components. They're working kind of alone by themselves, and they set all these different values. Like the detect player component has target info, and it will set the target info to the entity we're colliding with. And when that is set, we go into our not the enemy state component. It's the which one is it? We have enemy patrolling, idle. Magic enemy component, right? This one. So on state changed. That we also set somewhere else. If we have a target and we're not attacking, then we go. Or then we attack. The part I like about this system is that it really you build small objects, but they are too complex. Well, them working together is too complex. It's really hard to keep track of where things are happening. So I'm thinking that I should rewrite this and go away from my component system for the enemies to start with. But that would also mean that we spend like all day, or all day, we spend like 2-3 days just rewriting the enemies. And is that what I want to do? Maybe. just need to think about it for a second. Let's go to an easier one, which is the Spear Angel. We have a lot of components like the collision check, but I've taken this out of the component style, and I have a custom collision calculation. It's doing basically the same, but it's just a normal C# class. I've done the same with custom gravity. This is also separate. If I break this out, I need to figure out a way to work the way I've done it before with the info components. Because it's really, really nice when you create something to be able to just grab data like we're doing here. I get the state info by just getting info get data enemy state info. That would mean that I would put every data I want to save into just make a class of it, like I've done now, and add it to a dictionary, pretty much. That's all. Enemy test. New Spear Angel. But the thing is, I also don't want these enemies. So what about this slime enemy? Add a model and a sprite to the slime enemy. It will be a circle for now. That's a square, not a circle. Circle. And here would then add the enemy. We have the enemy base. What does the enemy base have in it? Am I using this? No, I'm not. Now we're using it for something else. Let's see what I want to do. I want to have a list of data. I want to save a dictionary, like I do in entity main. Entity script, we have entity info. Copy entity info. But how do I want to structure this? I guess I want to make a state machine here as well. State machine. So let's copy box state that I've done before, that I did for the for my box entity. We also need a way to take damage. Set health. Take damage. Set data. Enemy data. Yeah, I think I can just do this. We have the enemy base, but I think I want to have a I want to have a base class that is for saving data. So what I'm doing in entity info like this, I want that to be the base class, and not for enemies, but for everything. Where would that be? That would be in data. I'm not using any of these. No. Old stuff. Oh, I mean cutscene, not in data. What would a good name for this be? Database. Base data, I guess. Okay, so base data will be a mono behavior because we're putting this as the base for like enemies and for the player in the future, and for all other objects that need this. Let's inherit from base data. And I'm going to copy this. Yeah. We have the dictionary. We now need to create a state machine. So let's check on box controller. The enemy base will not have that though. Let's go to the slime enemy and add enemy base. I need to refresh. But I can't because we have an error. Oh, I was actually using the thing. Where's that old code? That is old code. So now we have the enemy base, and then we need the enemy. It shouldn't be called enemy base state, it would be like slime enemy. But we need an enemy state machine. I shouldn't add it through there. Or script enemies. Enemy state machine. But now it's just the same as the box controller state machine. Kind of.
Carolyn, please bring me more pain pills.
I think it is. But it's going to be different. It's not the same. It's the same but different. So let's kind of copy this. We want a public class enemy feedbacks. Feedbacks are from the field package that I that I want to add different kinds of like screen shake and similar things. So I need that for later. Just add one right there. And we have a state machine. Do a lot of things. We need to make that. We add that. Oh, this is for the box. So let's call the box state. Box data. And I'm going to move things around a little. So this file is in player box, scripts player box. I am going to add box data. Just copy this and move it in here. Now box state is moved from the box controller state machine. But the box controller state machine is not really a box controller state machine. It's just a state machine. So I'm going to rename this to state machine. So the state machine there, let's copy it out to let's just make a new folder, state machine. Let's paste it in here. There we go. Let's import this type. We need statement. Oh, let's change the namespace from state machine to state machines. Okay. Here we have the state machine now. Let's also increase the size a little bit so you can see it on stream better. I totally forgot about doing that. Okay, what else do we need? We need states. We have box state, which is just data object. So let's have an enemy state. Yeah. We need an enemy data. Enemy state. I think is a better name. Make enemy state data. Okay. Cool. Now let's go back to the enemy base. With the box controller and see what else we need. Start. It should copy all of this actually. Copy. These are the data, and then we need a state machine that I haven't created yet. We need a thought I had created a state machine, but I guess not. Start in another enemy state machine. Yeah, we're not doing this in the enemy base. Enemy base is for other things. Select field, the enemy data, state data. and a getter for it as well. We need the active state. Cannot realize this. We start, we initialize things, and then we just go to the first state. Comment that out. State. Currently, I'm saving all the states in a list of states, and I'm not sure that is the best because I don't really have a way of, or when I create a new state I have to add all the states to this list. That is a bit annoying. Easy to forget. We don't need a box, we don't need a box controller feedbacks, we need enemy feedbacks. Now we have a state machine. Let's first refresh, and then we add it to the slime enemy. Slime enemy state machine. We don't have any states, which makes sense because we are going to make a state now. In here I have created several states. I'm going to copy the base one, which is following, and I'm going to do enemy. I'm going to make another default states. Let's call it enemy idle state. Copy the name so we can just paste it when we get in here. What's there? Enemy state. Enemy idle state. Be enemy state and I state. Yeah. Remove this. Really, the state. Why does it? It's a scriptable object, but box state. Oh. This should be a scriptable object. There we go. What are we doing in the idle state? Nothing. So sterile field, and all I want to have here is a float idle duration. Set it to 3. So here we do nothing. Well, not exactly nothing, but we'll get there later. What I want to do here is I want to check if we see the player. And for that I want a collision, what do I call it? Collision. I can make it an interactable collision, yeah. So I'm going to go to where I made that interactable collision. Going to copy that. And let's actually make a new folder here, call it enemy. Move the interactable collision. which we are going to rename in a second to enemy detect player collision. Remove that, and we changed the name, so we need to reopen the file. There we go. And what are we trying to hit? It's an entity domain. The player has an entity domain, and that is all we need to do with this. Because now we can go to, let's do interactable collision again. We get to another folder, collision. Here we can make a collision, entity collision. That is wrong because it should be in detect player collision. Detect player collision. And let's refresh. Now, if we go into Unity, we should be able to see this in collision, enemy, detect play collision. Here is the problem though. How will I know? I'm not showing Gizmo for this. How long should the collision be? Like how long? How wide should the collision box be? Maybe we just do 3 and 0 on the 1 on the Y. Or for this one. What are we detecting? We are detecting the player. We don't need to keep track of the hits because we are going to change state immediately. Thank you for the clap. Thank you very much. I was confused. I thought you clapped a lot before, and you did. So I didn't react to it being it clapping now. And then I saw a clap on the screen. I was like, maybe. Now we have the enemy detect play collision here. Let's go back to just delayed. Yeah, super delayed, half an hour. Cooking, so I couldn't get the keyboard right away. Is that right? How's the cooking going? So we are in our idle state here. And this will then take what we just made. So let's build. They're frying now. Cool. I'm getting excited, even though it's not. I'm not eating it. So what did we just make? We made the detect player collision. The cool thing of this is we just do a. No, we don't even knew it. It's a scriptable object. So when we are in execute, we just try detect player. And in here we do detect collision, box collision, transform position. But here's the problem. Didn't I change this so we had. I know it's data, right? I'm about to sneeze and I don't want to sneeze. We're good. We need a public transform. Public, yep. Transform. But the problem with making a box collision where the player is, or the enemy, is that it will overlap the player and go out from both sides. We want to look in front of us and not around us. So how will I do this? Should I extend my box collision? And have a pivot, because this is, or should I do the calculation in, I can't really do the calculation in another place because we set the size in the scriptable object. Well, let's actually... No, I can't have a set method either, because if I set like an offset on this one, and we reuse the scriptable object, the offset is going to be for all the objects using the scriptable object. So we need to add a parameter with two offsets. And the way I'm thinking about doing this is to have our offset so let's do it like this. If we have the offset be the size first, let's vector 2, whatever. And then we do offset is equal, what we could do, offset is equal to offset, no, to size plus size times offset. Cannot have a 0 as the default. And since I'm doing the offset in here, I'm going to add another method to just do it like it was before. Box collision position, and then we do a vector 0. So now we have the size. Wait, it should not be, it should be the position. So it should be, no wait. It should be the size, right? The size, we have the size. And to the position, we are going to add this offset. Would it be multiplied by, okay, so let's say that the size is 2, 2. Or let's do 3, 4. Not sure how I did that. Oh, is it, shift enter, cool. That's nice. It's 3, 4, and then to make this work, we have to offset it by half of this. So if offset would be 1, that would be 3 times 1. So we need to half this by taking 0.5. And the same would work for the other one, which would be, yeah, okay. We do 4. Can I just do this? Yeah. Plus. Wait, what did I do? I just removed everything. Let's make this a vector 3. That should be the offset, so we could offset it in either direction. So depending on which direction I'm walking. I think that is what I want to do with the offset. Go back to the enemy idle state. Here we would have the offset be the facing direction. So to get the facing direction, we need to get the enemy data. Enemy state data. Let's move it over here. Public vector. Let's see vector 2. Facing direction. It's actually just an int. And that would be new vector 3 facing direction. Data.facing direction 0. What up? I am Legend. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So with this, we get data back, collision data. Collision data. And if collision data has collision, then we switch to the packing state. And the easiest way to do this is to add a bool state. Or we could also do a private enemy state. Next state. It's not an enemy state, it's an I state. So if we, for example, had an enemy idle state, we just do next state is idle state, and what we could do if next state is not null, then we move to return new true and the next state. I think that's clean, but that also means that we compare with null. I don't really like that, but for now it's fine. But we're not using idle state. We need a... Oh, I'm not high up enough. What up, Dram? Welcome, welcome. You are joining at the 1 hour mark, which is perfect. Kinda. Because I am soon going to make a cup of tea. So if we have collision, we switch state. So this is all good. Now we need to set the facing direction in the data, and that will be a default value. So let's go back to the enemy new state machine. Let's make this even nicer and put it down here. Now I can look like a real hacker. In the where we initialize data, we need to do data dot transform would be transform. Now we have data facing direction. Let's always set it to 1. Starting direction to the right. And now the annoying part with making a state machine is that it takes so long because before you can do anything, or before you can test it. But now we can have an initial state, which I am going to set as realize field private. It's going to be the idle state, enemy idle state. I'm also going to move the enemy state data to be above all the states. Alright, lots of code. Did it refresh real quick, or did it? Yeah, maybe. Nope. There we go. All the claps. Oh no, wait. It's so annoying. On Discord, it can't transfer the Moon's clap to Discord properly. So I added another Moon clap on Discord, and I messed them up. We're in collision now, but we want to go into the enemy data, enemy states. Go to enemy state idle, enemy idle state. Perfect. Detect play collision, detect play collision. Cool. So the next step is to write another state. Let's copy enemy idle state and make an enemy patrol state. Enemy patrol state. Patrol state. Let's call it enemy patrol state. Here we already have a few values from our other enemies. If you go into LDTK, if we check, we have patrol points that we get in here. So we have those patrol points that we can get. And that is what I want to do in here as well. Can actually do this now. And I have a something called a waypoint group. I need the waypoints, so we can't mute there. Now this okay. So what I want now, I think, is to connect the state machine with the enemy base. So the state machine, first let's set the enemy idle state as the default one, and also drag it into the list. But we have the enemy state machine, and we kind of need a link to the enemy base. Enemy base. That's something we can do. Base. Let's get component. And from enemy base, I think we can get the base data, yeah. Oops. So now is the question, in my enemy base, should I... Maybe I should add the ILD decay here. Or should I make separate components that does this? Let's actually start with having it here. ILDTK imported fields. There we do control points. No, this is well, yeah, maybe it's fields, get point array. What do I call them? Patrol points. Let's go in and check. Patrol point. Patrol point. Now we have vector 2s here, but I can't add the vector 2s as data into my base data. Because I need to add a class. So here is where I think it would be better to have separate objects for this, or importers, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to make a cup of tea and think about how I want to create the data. And I will be back in like 5 minutes. I think that's the best way. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. We are back. So I think that I'm going to make some data classes. But I was also thinking that what if I make them scriptable objects? But that would be really annoying. Yeah, no. I'm going to call them enemy, script enemies. I need a folder for them. It's called data. Enemy, what was it? Facing direction. Or should I just enemy data? Let's call it enemy data for now. Probably something else called enemy data as well. No, maybe not. It should not be a mono behavior, and we should move it to the correct namespace. The class is called enemy data, but I'm going to make several classes, and let's move this over here. Point data. It would take a list of vector2s. Public list vector2. Control points. So I will do that for now. So let's do add data. What would be new patrol point data. In here, let's add a list of vector2s so we can't create the data without them. Patrol points. List. It's also going to be not serializable. Oh, right. I did not think that through. Because if I add them to this base, we could make a lot of mono behaviors for a different data object. That would probably be the easiest. Because I do want to save the data somewhere, and I might not want to use all the data on every enemy. So that would mean I would do a, what did I call it? Control point data. So this wouldn't just be a mono behavior. But this doesn't feel like a good way of doing it. Just to save data and have them in a mono behavior like this. At least not each separate one. So instead, I am changing my mind again. We have, this is going to be called slime data. Slime entity data. And it's going to take a serialized field. Should I make them public? Public. The time you get reincarnated as a slime. Yes, that is the that is a good anime. Now I'm thinking I also want a season 3. Another good anime is the one called what is it called? It's Buffy. It's the short, but in the English it's like I was scared of taking damage, so I maxed my defense. Where I was afraid of getting hit, so I maxed my defense or something. It's just ridiculous, over the top, stupid, but it's also funny. Not really recommend watching it. So how would I do this? The thing is, I don't want this to be public, but I also want them to be public. But this would also work with, yeah, okay. We have, let's do this. We just make them get private set. And we will, here will LDPK important fields. Oh. Where was the enemy base? This one. Let's steal it. Let's remove that. I've been meaning to watch season 2 because it was released recently, but I haven't. I've focused way too much on other things. Why don't I just do this to list? Yep. Then we do control points. Let's remove enemy data since we're not using it. And patrol point data is not going to be a thing either. Okay, so now we have slime entity data. How would this help me? Okay, let's think about this. I want to add the data so I can get it. Yeah, okay, I still need just do enemy data. So enemy data. In here I want to have like strands of hair in my eyebrows. They're tickling. Public class. No, one public class control point data. And in here I want to have a... I'm just going to do a prop. No. Yes. No, let's just do a public list vector 2 control points. Yeah. And then this one will be control point. Because if I do this, then I could do get the enemy base. Enemy base dot data add data control points. Constructor. Why am I like wait. No, doesn't need to be enemy base is that component enemy base. Okay, so now we got the patrol points. Kind of want to put them up here. So when I have them here now, I should be able to go into the patrol state and get a patrol point data. And in post initialized patrol points should be data, enemy base, get data, patrol point. Data. What did I do in the waypoint group? It's just keeping track of which waypoint we're on. Yes. Okay, so here we do waypoint group is new, waypoint group with the patrol point. And starting waypoint 0. Now, what is the problem here? List of vector 3. How annoying. Then I'm not to like control point select here vector 3 x and x.y. But if I just select them, what would... Oh, it's an enumerable. Right, to list. Okay, we create that. What I need is to have a float, which is pause at waypoint timer. Or maybe that's not what we do. I wonder if we should, when we... Yeah, we should probably not pause at the waypoint. We should have a private float movement speed, maybe. Like 2. Because when we get to a waypoint, we'll switch to idle mode. And then when we get back to this mode, we will go to the next waypoint. We need to have a private float timer. Timer plus equals on the delta time on enter. Actually, we set it to timer is 0 and next state is null. Let's also have a vector 3 target point position. Target position is set in here. It would be waypoint group next waypoint, right? Oh, that just gives us let's not do that. Let's set it in post initialize. Position, we want the position to go to. And in exit, we set waypoint to next waypoint. We'll just do this. That next waypoint, yeah. And we'll do this in enter. Okay. There we go. We have a target position, we have a timer, and we have a movement speed. So with this basic patrol, we will only be able to move straight to the position. So what I'm thinking for later, not for now, is to make enemies jump down and jump up edges. I think that could be cool. And I have an idea of how I want to do that. But for now, we are just going to do a let's just do a move towards. So data transform and move. That's not what we do. How do you do this? With the 3. Move towards, yeah, okay. Transform position, target is target position, and this is the movement speed times time, the delta time, I think it is. And we need to set the position to the value we get, right? Well, I don't need a timer for this then. Time will be not needed, because we have the movement speed. But here we also need a detect play collision. We need a box collision, which is our data transform position, and the offset would be a vector to we would need the facing direction. And we would get the facing direction from that facing direction from when we enter. We have a target position, so we have data transform position. Let's do a so we have it. Let's add the start position. For the start position, facing direction. Facing direction would then be target position minus start position. And then we'll take the X from it. How do I want to set this to 1. We have the X. Value. Then we do, because I want this to be 1 or minus 1. Let's say it's 0.5f. If I then, let's say 0.2f, and then if we do, no. The other way I have is to do this, probably the easiest way. Direction.y is 0, .z is 0, and the direction normalize. So then we'll get the magnitude to be 1 when we do x. But we need a new. There we do facing direction. So, okay. I think this is good. We have written a lot of code. So let's refresh this. We need to do one more thing. We need to do like 3 more things. First, the slime enemy. The slime enemy needs to be a prefab. You have enemies and normal enemies. Yeah. We have the slime enemy. Second thing we need to do is go into the LDTK prefab. No, not yet. Let's go into LDTK. In here we have enemies, but we need to create the new slime enemy. Slime enemy. Can I make presets? Hangout region? What? I don't even know what that is. Anyways, slime enemy. Let's Make it an enemy. And it needs an array of points called patrol points. No path, straight arrow, yes. Now I have the slime enemy. Let's put it here. Patrol points will be over there and over there. Put out another one over there. That would kinda maybe nice. Maybe be nice, not maybe nice. I don't know. Speaking is hard. So now we have the slime enemy. We save. We go back into Unity. Now we'll have an entity over here that isn't linked. So we go back into here. We see the slime enemy. We have the slime enemy here. Oops. There, and then we save or apply. Now this one, if I can click it, no, impossible. We are in room 7, so it should be right here. We have the waypoints here, patrol points. Did I do with the... Let's go and see what I did with data. Slime entity data. We have this, which is a... Alright. I don't need to new this. Can do a field, serialized field. That way we can now see it there. We should... Can we? We cannot slime entity data. Oh. Maybe I should actually add that to the prefab. First, remove this one. And go to the select slime enemy, and then we add slime entity data. Now I don't know why I'm not seeing the patrol point data. I kinda know them, because I need to serialize this. Now it should go up. And we have the patrol points. It's none right now, which is correct, especially in there. Slime enemy. Here we have the... Yeah, entity data. Perfect, it's right there. Now we have the waypoints. So that's good. Now I just need to set the enemy base. No, I don't. I don't think I need to set any of these. No. We have the idle state. I never created the enemy patrol state, but let's do that. Got the data, enemy state, create enemy state patrol. There I'm going to go with detect player collision. I'm going to rename that to slime detect player collision. We have the idle state, and we need to add the enemy patrol state. Yeah. Slime enemy. This is the only negative thing about the LDK importer. that it's refreshing every time, and I'm not sure how to get it to not refresh. Whenever you change your prefab, that is linked. So let's play now and see what happens. Something is not set. What is not set? Let's see. State machine 28. No. I'll do this in enemy patrol state. What do we do here? No, it should be enemy idle state. Can an interface be null? Is that the problem? Are we getting in here? Or where are we triggering? Let's attach the debugger now, and then we start. Oh, I haven't... Oh, I see, I see. That makes sense. I have not set the default state we're going into, which should be the enemy idle state here. That is on the enemy state machine, which should be that one, which should be set. Now we're good. See what you got, slime enemy. Doesn't seem like you have a lot. Could be because I never changed from the state. Okay. Well, we're not crashing, so I'm going to add a timer here. Private timer. On enter, I'm going to set the timer to 0. And then we just do timer plus equals time with double time. If timer is larger than the idle duration, next state is enemy patrol state. I'm not Rocky. Let's stop this and let's stop here as well. Refresh. Then we attach the debugger and then we'll go back into Unity. And hit play mode. Now we get in a check state change. Idle duration. Which we should hit here, yeah. Ah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. So the enemy idle state. We need to serialize this field. We can get the patrol state. There we go. Will it work a second time? Or are we not switching back from the next state? We're not setting it? We are not. Because we're not collision. Nothing has collision. Player collision. But we also need to check if vector distance position target position is less than movement speed times time with delta time. Then we do next state is the idle state, but let's call it, instead of calling it idle, we can't do that. Yeah, let's call it idle state. For what I wanted to do is, yeah, I can probably do that. Because we don't need an idle state here. Specifically, we could just do an enemy state. An I state. No, we can't do an I state. Can we do an enemy state? Can't, because that's just the data. Could do like a public just set that to this in the post initialize, but that feels a bit bad. Maybe I'll just do that. Like, I do it like this, I do it like abstract. And we have the force implemented. But that doesn't make any sense because would it be better to have this one in do iState? It would. And then we do abstract on these. This makes more sense, I think. Then we don't even need the iState, I think, because wouldn't the iState be this anyway? Yeah. Need to seal the glass. We also need to make this abstract too. Cool. Do the same here. To add abstract to everything, or abstract override to everything. And then we seal the class. Cool. Because then we could patrol done state instead. There we could have the state would be idle done state. That way we aren't limited to specific states in certain positions or certain scenarios, because maybe I have another patrol that I don't want to, or maybe I don't have a patrol, maybe it just looks left and right. Well done for this one though would be, let's do all this slime. I think that is a lot better. Let's see if it works. Move there. It's only stopping for a tiny bit. I feel like that is not correct. I feel like we're not resetting the timer on enter. But can I attach the debugger without it being weird, or do I have to restart? Let's restart. So let's attach the debugger first and then we start it. We set time at 0 and we check this, yeah. And we should get into the next state here. Good. Then we'll switch state. Then we'll get into the enemy patrol. Yeah. Then we'll get into timer, it's being set to 0. Ah. Just need to set the state to null. And we should be good. Now it should move. It should stay there for 3 seconds and then it moves. Over here. Cool. Uh-huh. Interesting. It is skipping the first waypoint. Why would it skip the first waypoint? I'm going to increase the movement speed and the idle duration is going to be lowered so I can check why it's not stopping. On enter. On exit was at the next waypoint. Interesting. Value is higher than account, return 0. Is there a problem with the... Wait, we only have 3. The starting one just... Oh, is that just... Oops, I accidentally restarted it. I wanted to stop it. Okay, that is the starting icon. Never mind then. It's all working as intended. Okay. We can patrol. Those slimes which should move really slow. So we need a check now for a state for when we should attack the player. Or chase the player, I guess. New script? No. Let's copy the enemy patrol script. And let's call it enemy chase player state. She's target state. It's target state. I think since we've been going for 2 hours now and I have about 1 hour left, I am going to take a small break again, just stretch a little bit and yeah, do the final stretch and get the chasing the player and attacking the player done. I should be able to do that. I should also change what I'm doing to be is right enemy. Use the state machine. Cool. Yeah, I will be back in a few minutes. We are back. I've been thinking, and then I was like, it's a bad idea. But I was thinking to run ads when I am taking a break. And not because of any kind of ad revenue. It's more because of getting the pre-roll for anyone joining the stream to disappear. But they would also make anyone idling have to listen to an ad. Unless they are subbed. But yeah. I don't know. It's hard. So now we're creating a enemy chase target state. Up Josarm. I think when AFK seems a good idea to you. Yeah, but there's also a lot of people who have my stream on in the background. Thank you for the clap, Pat. And I don't want to have them like if you listen to it while doing something else, having an ad in the middle would kind of ruin it, I would say. What up, Goose Chasing? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? All the claps. Welcome, welcome. We are reworking the enemies because taking a stretching break to prepare for the final stretch. Something fishy going on here. Yep. What up, Art? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you are doing great. Something's gonna break. Everything's gonna break. No, but when I take a break, I usually go around rolling my shoulders, sometimes doing pull-ups, and just keeping in shape.
It's beyond the ability of the human mind to comprehend all the variables.
To counter just sitting here for a long time.
Our understanding are not adequate.
You're doing well, thank you. Hope you are too. I am doing great. I'm doing great. As I was going to say, I'm rewriting my enemy behavior to be a state machine instead of my extremely complex component system that doesn't really work. Well, it works, but it's not good. But it is cool. To have the chase target state, we need a target in here. So would it be too distracting to ask me to explain your skill pool? I know you tried in my stream, but I was far too distracted to understand it. Yeah, sure. It is actually very simple. So here I have this skill pool object. This is an object that lives in my scene. It's a singleton, so there will only be one of it. I have an object called magic spell. So this magic spell can reference any type of my spell. It could be a fireball, it could be a bomb, it could be anything. And whenever I use a skill, or a magic in this case, the skill pool will check all its children. So let's actually just shoot a fireball, and I will show you in the hierarchy how it looks. We grab the fireball, we shoot it, you can see we created a magic spell up here. And if I shoot it again now, you can see that this activates again. So since we already have a fireball here, this is linked to a fireball now. So if I shoot 2 fireballs, you will see another magic spell pop up here. But once one disables, we just reuse the disabled one. So they kind of just stay in the scene, but they are just being deactivated. So we don't have to create new ones every time we create a spell. So if I add a bomb, that's another type of spell. So now that's this object here. And if I put another bomb down, we will activate this spell. If I switch back to fireball, we will reuse these 2 when I shoot them. So we're pooling all the skills in a pretty simple way. So if we go to the boss, for example, warp to room 9. It is dynamically growing, yeah. Now you can see a lot of magic spells are being created, but they are being reused because it was creating so many spells. But you can see they are being activated and deactivated depending on... Yeah. We never have more than the max amount that can be on screen at the same time. Oh, I died. Yeah, it keeps growing, like it reuses what it has. If there is none available, it creates a new one. And we don't destroy them, so they are going to be in the scene, in the world, until we exit the game or need them again. You've never seen that before? You were only familiar with object pools you used to pre-establish with loads of objects? Also, you really like the fireball graphic? Well, the fireball graphic is... so I have this icon pack. It has a lot of icons, and I found this element fire, and I think it's kinda working. But yeah, another way of doing a pooling is to have a like as it said, a preset amount of objects. That is, depending on what you do, that could be better. Like if you know that you will always have a certain amount of items of something in the game, then doing it beforehand is a lot better, because then you never have to create the objects, they will be there. Or you create them during the loading time instead of during game. But that could be really smart, depending on the scenario. But with magic, for example, I don't know if we'll shoot even one fireball or if we'll just spam them like crazy. Where was I? Right, I was in the chase target. You just want to make sure that you didn't run out of space or have to make a lot of objects in one go. First use for it in my engine was for projectiles, which can suddenly be hundreds of. Yeah, if there's if a lot of them will be created on the same frame, then it's better to pre-pull them. So yeah, it varies from state to, or from scenario to scenario. I'm thinking. Didn't mean to drill me. You were just curious. Yeah, it's fine. Ask away. I have way too few questions in my stream these days. So it's just fun to explain things. But I'm thinking that I should probably base state enemy state data. We have the enemy base, but we also need an entity name. Player may target. I need to set the data somehow of the target, so I'm going to add it to my state data. When we find a targeter in our patrol state, we do data.target is player collision.component. And that was at the next state to found target state. Yeah, I think that should be the same in the idle. And there we also need the find target state. Found target state. Oh. I like how I keep improving everything I'm working on. So when I made the box state, I specified the next type of state, like box grounded state. But this should just be a box state. So the box, all my states shouldn't implement iState anymore. We'll clean that up in the box states later as well, I think. Okay. Is target state? No, this is. Put on patrol points there. Let's do this. We need next state and we need a target position. So target position would be data to target. I think we'll just use a move to here as well. So I'm thinking if the distance is too big, so let's have another serialized field of float, which is max distance to target. Let's set it to 8. I'm going to use addressable. It depends on if I'm going to make a DLC or not. It depends on what happens with my Wait, 1 second. I need to get the... I plan on launching Twitch Mobile. I'm not planning on launching on anything other than Steam right now. There's no real... The way I'm building this, I don't think addressables would work. I think. Because I'm going to have the whole world be kinda active, like being in the game. And addressables need a bit of loading, don't they? Either way, it will be loaded from start. Yeah, exactly. I could use them if I switch up my transition between rooms to be like fading out. Then I could have a load time. Maybe between areas in the future. Then you need to load them, yeah, and then unload them, yeah. So it could make sense to split up areas, like if you think Super Metroid, then splitting them up in each large area would make sense. But we'll see. I am not there yet. I need a better way of getting the direction, or a normalized direction. Or flow to be. Can I normalize float? To scale it, you can do it like this. So let's try this. Would this work? This wouldn't work. Yeah, it would. Maybe. Let's copy this and go to, yeah, it's enemy patrol state, so let's do that. Let's see if that works. If so, I'm going to write a helper function doing that. Let's also add a debug log scale value. -2. Yeah, that doesn't really. Let's see how Unity normalizes a vector. Okay, if we do... Oh, is this how you normalize value? If we do direction.x through tabs. Is that how you... normalize the value? The -1, and then it should be a 1 when it's going over here. It works. Cool. Cool. Now let's write an extension for this script. Do I have extensions? I do. Write a flow extension. I don't know. Or did I have a lowercase f? I don't know. Public static class float extension. Public float normalized. Float value. In.do. Oh, static. Also do integer. Perfect. That is great. Then I could just do this. Facing direction. our position. So let's move this down one so we can get the position we have here. Position, normalize it. Should we do like data facing direction? Is yeah. That is probably the best. It took way longer than I thought it would. But now we got the float extension. That feels really good. I've been thinking about that for a long time. We move towards the player. If we have collision, we keep moving towards the player. We also need to check if the so maybe we don't actually have to check the player collision. If we, because it's heavy. Instead, let's just check the distance. We are chasing the player, so all we need is the distance. Attack distance. Would be another CLS field. Attack distance. Have it like 1 because it's kind of close for a slime. Next state would be lost target state. Private enemy state, lost target state. And then we need another state, which is the attack state. Or close to target state. If we lost a target, I want to also go into data target is null. This distance check will be a problem in the future. At only X distance to do. Did I change the name? Yeah, chase target. Data enemy states. Enemy, no, not collision. Enemy state chase target state. Let's call it slime. Chase target state. Play collision is slime. Right here, we don't need the detect play collision. Lost target would be go back to idle state, and we haven't made any for the closer target. I'm just going to have it loop, and I'm going to play and see if there's any issues with this. I also need to check if the patrol state, no, the found target state is not in there. We need to add that first. I could probably do this in play mode because they are scriptable objects, and it wouldn't really matter if you did it in play mode or not. Hopefully the Okay, so when we find the target, we have not set the target. So patrol state, data target is the collision. Idle state, data target is... It makes sense. And this is the problem I've been having. Because we don't have it in here, so I need to add it in the states. And I can't do that either. Right, like this, we need to open it and then we add that here. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that in the future. Maybe I'll just have a folder with loads everything from, but that wouldn't work either, I think. And I also need to, let's restart it for now and open this and change the position of the circle. Now we should see the circle area. Yeah, it is working, it's chasing me. Cool. Except the part where it is flying. That part isn't cool, but it's chasing me, which is good enough for now. I wanna get one more thing in here. Or be in here, we should add a collision check. But the collision check should probably be done in most states, so should it be a part of the enemy state? Not enemy state. Probably. Or no. Yes. Let's make an attack state real quick. Enemies. Data. Fastest way to get there is to just do things. Click on stuff and get there. This is enemy attack. Enemy attack state. Attack melee. Attack state. Attack state. From here would probably be like attack down state. And here we will need a collision. We have the enemy player collision, but we will need another collision. I'm thinking of how I want to do this. for the slime, it's kind of easy. It's going to be the slime itself. That does the attack. Maybe the slime doesn't even have a melee attack. Maybe it just walks into the player. That is the attack. But let's say we have a melee attack. So the spear angel would have the spear. That would be kind of easy. It's just a position where we create the collision box. That wouldn't be a problem at all. But what if we have an axe? Let's say we have an enemy that swings the axe above our head. I need to have a position where I put the box. So with the melee attack, I'm thinking that what if we have if we have a serialized field of a transform, attack, transform, collision. But then I'm also thinking, should the state handle the attacking, or should the weapon handle the attacking? Is that a valid question to ask? We can make it so that the player handles it, or the enemy handles the state handles it. But if we make the weapon if you can switch weapons, we would have another size. Maybe I shouldn't make it too complicated. I'll just have a transform for now, and then in the future I can make another more complex state if I need it. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll have a transform where the attack will be. And then we run the attack collision there. So we have enemy, no, we need a... in collision enemy, we can create collision entity collision. Slime attack player collision. Then if we can't save that because we need to change a few things. Yeah, I think all we need to do is collision data is attack collision, circle collision, attack transform position. Had collision. If had collision, return. On exit, we set add collision to false. On enter as well, collision to false. That means the player can only get hit once. It doesn't really make sense. We should get hit more times, but for now I'm going to leave it like this. So if we have collision, then the collision data component entity info get data health info remove the damage. I don't I have not set any damage to do load from data objects. But let's remove like 40 if we have a collision, and then we do had collision is false. 2. And then when we are here, we do like timer instance. No, on enter. For now, we add a timer for like 3 seconds. On complete, when we complete this, we just do next state is attack done state. Cool. And now we create this data object, data enemy state, and we have the melee attack, and let's call it slime. Attack down state would go to the idle state. Let's say that the attack transform. That's the problem. The attack transform. We can't really set that, because this is a scriptable object, and the attack transform would then be on the. So what we could do is, for now, do attack transform. Data transform. This should not be serialized. Now we've added that, we need to add it to our slime enemy in the state. We have the melee attack state. We have everything set here. Idle. Here we have chase target, where we need to go into the melee attack. Probably. Wait, did I not change the slime enemy, slime melee attack? No. And it needs to be an entity hit collision. We didn't need to go in here, but attack collision to be the slime attack player collision. Will this work? Will the player take damage? Why is the now we set state to null? Good. It is seeing us, isn't it? Did I do something? Patrol state goes to slime chase target state. Oh. Wait. I was checking if it was higher than the attack distance, then we would change the state to attack. So we would always switch to the attack state. Point one might be a... Oh, we're taking damage. This could probably be one. It's working. Now it finds us. One is too far away. Because the collision is in the middle, if we made it one, it would take damage. Cool. Cool. We managed to do everything. But what I thought I would be able to do when we switched our focus to reworking the enemies to use a state machine. We are not rewriting enemies. We were create state machine for enemies. Create a slime. I would say we created a slime. So we can remove the magic enemies shooting too often because I'm not going to focus on the existing enemies. I'm going to create new enemies. So I would say we did this. Celeste is a really good game. I just heard the music. So we created a slime. I will update on what I'm going to do with the slime. We needed to move along the ground. And then we need some kind of attack that it does. But I am going to end it here. Let's find someone to raid. I will not be streaming tomorrow. I will be back on... What day is it? That's not the... Day is it? Thursday tomorrow. I will be back on Friday. With some more game dev. Who are we raiding today? Does anyone have any suggestions? Because we have a few going right now. One is we've got Rave, we got Proton, we got Devro. Who else do we have? Let's go to Rave. I think I rated Devro last time, didn't I? Maybe. What is he doing? Let me... Yeah, let's raid our Rave. He's doing something. Revere. So I do have a YouTube. I can't spell YouTube. If you want to follow, I will upload a tutorial soon. I also have upload all my VODs to my archive, and that's about it. Thank you for the clap. Have a good one, Chris. Yeah, that's about it. Let's go over to Rave and have a... I hope you'll all have a wonderful evening. And I also need a stream ending screen, so I will fix that one day. Have a good evening. Bye bye.